And now to continuing coverage of today's top stories, and right now the investigation is underway after police shoot a man late last night.
That's right. It began with a traffic stop and didn't end there. There were two scenes. It started along East 85th and Wade Park. Then it ended about a mile away at East 71st and Linwood. News Channel 5's Scott Newell is live this morning in Cleveland with this story. And Scott, if you can, bring us up to speed exactly about what happened.
Well, police stopped this car at East 85th and Wade Park Avenue, but things didn't go smoothly after that. The two officers got out of their car, approached this car, and they smelled the strong smell of PCP. It's a drug that has a chemical smell. They asked the guy for a driver's license. He wouldn't produce it. They asked him to get out of the car. He wouldn't do that. One of the officers tasered the guy. They said it had no effect at all. They said then the guy put the car in drive and took off, dragging the officer about 100 feet. The other officer shot several times at the car as it drove away, shattering the back window. So the officers got back in their car and they chased the guy to East 71st and Linwood Avenue, where they were able to capture him. They then discovered he was wounded, a grazing wound in his head and a wound to the arm. But police say that this man determined his own fate by what he did.
Officers don't dictate, the suspect dictate the officer's actions. So whatever action that suspect takes, the officer reacts to the suspect.
He was taken to Metro, where he's expected to make a full recovery, and police were not injured in this case. We also have not been able to find out the identity of the suspect, but they say he may face some charges. We don't know what they are either. Live in Cleveland, Scott Newell, News Channel 5.
And once we get new information, we'll bring it to our viewers. Scott, thank you so much.
Also yesterday, a Cleveland police officer shot and wounded a Cleveland teenager after allegedly catching an armed robbery in the act. It happened at East 90th and Harris Avenue around noon. Police say an officer on patrol spotted two men robbing a semi-truck driver. As the officer approached, the men ran. One of them, according to police, pointed a gun at the officer. That's when the officer fired and hit the 19-year-old in the right shoulder. The other suspect is 21 years old. The officer arrested both men. He is now on paid leave, which is standard procedure anytime a police officer fires a weapon.